Hey everyone, it's Julianne here, and Happy New Year's! I can't believe that we are in a new decade. So much has happened in the past 10 years, and I'm excited to see what the next decade has to offer. To start off the new year right, I'm finally doing my first ever YouTube video. I'm super excited to finally be bringing my card making process to video for you all to enjoy. So let's just jump right in and get started with this New Year's card. For my card today, I'm using the Simon Says Stamps Birthday Numbers stamp set as well as the coordinating dies. Currently, I'm stamping the numbers 2 and 0 with some clear embossing ink from Simon Says Stamp as well. The stamp set does feature numbers 0 through 9 with some sentiments and other images, but because I'm making a New Year's card, I'm just using the 2 and 0 today. I'm going to be heat embossing the numbers with some Gina K Fine Detail Gold Embossing Powder. I did do my stamping on some Ranger watercolor paper because I am going to be using some Nuvo shimmer powders for my card. Once my heat gun is hot and ready to go, I'm going to start embossing the numbers, starting with the first set and then rotating my paper to heat emboss the second set. Next, I'm going to move on to doing my numbers with the Nuvo shimmer powders. I started out by applying some water to my cardstock before adding the Nuvo powders. I like to do this so that the powders can start reactivating to the water right away. I noticed that my cardstock was warping from the heat embossing, so in order to make it lay flat on my work surface, I'm just going to use some washi tape and tape it down the center. The colors I'm using today are Catherine Wheel, Violet Brocade, Blue Blitz, and Green Parade. With using these powders, a little bit goes a long way, so I'm just gently tapping the bottom of the bottle before spritzing the powder with water. As you can see, some of my color is pooling right there, so I'm just going to use my microfiber cloth to soak it up before moving on to the next color. Now that I'm done with the first set of numbers, I'm going to move on to the second set. Following the same process, I'm going to spritz a little water onto my cardstock and then add some powder, followed by some more water before moving on. Once I'm done with the Nuvo shimmer powders, I took my cardstock and set it to the side to dry. Once the numbers were completely dry, I did use the coordinating die set to cut them out. For my background, I cut down some Simon Says Stamps black cardstock to 3.5 by 8.5 so that I would have a sublime card. I knew that I wanted my background to look like there was gold confetti everywhere for the New Year's, so to achieve this, I'm using some gold perfect pearls. I'm sorry I was a little off camera when doing this, but all I did was add some gold perfect pearls to some leftover packaging I had and mixed in a little water with a paintbrush. Using that same paintbrush, I'm going to splatter the perfect pearls all over my background. To make sure I don't get the splatter of the perfect pearls everywhere on my desk, because I have done that before, I'm just using an old shoebox to act as a splatter box to contain everything. Once I'm done, I'm going to set that off to the side to dry and move on with the rest of my card. Off camera with the coordinating dies, I die cut the numbers 2 and 0 with some black cardstock an additional 3 times, so that I could adhere them together with some liquid adhesive for some added dimension to my card. I've already adhered the 3 layers of black cardstock together, and now I'm just adhering the top layer with the same adhesive. Once my background is completely dry, I'm going to adhere it with some liquid adhesive straight to my card base. I cut my card base to 7 by 8.5 and scored it at 3.5. Once I had my background adhered, I started working on adhering my numbers. I first laid everything out to make sure my spacing was correct before using that same liquid adhesive to adhere them directly to my card base. I really wanted to add a sentiment to my card, so using the Simon Says Stamps Sentiment Strips Extra Large Christmas strip set, I cut out the Happy New Year sentiment and adhered it directly under the 2020 with some foam tape. Once I finally get that sentiment straight, I'm going to finish off my card by scattering a bunch of gold sequins throughout to make it look like some more confetti to celebrate the new year. With the sequins complete, you can see all that sparkle and shine from the Nuvo shimmer powders, the gold embossing, the perfect pearls, and the gold sequins. And that's my card. I want to thank you all for stopping by and spending time with me. I truly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below in the comments section. I hope to see you all next time. Happy crafting and have a wonderful new year.